Keep it warm in the winter, keep it cool in the summer. Keep the noisy neighbors out and keep all the comfort in. Get double glaze, you'll be amazed at what Comfort Glaze can do. We're Comfort Glaze for warmer days. We're Comfort Glaze for drier days. We're Comfort Glaze retrofit.
Visit comfortglaze.co.nz.
The years 2018, 2019, and 2020. It has been a very lifetime of years because 2019 was 6 years ago and 2020 was 5 years ago. So this time, we're going to talk about the years 2018, 2019, and 2020, including the bonus feature 2021, before new features were invented in the 2020s. Let's all talk about my lifetime first. As the year turned 2018, this is my lifetime in the year 2018. I went to go on a trip to Auckland to go to Tauranga, and it's me on the airplane. And then, when I realized that I want to go on a trip and then go have fun in the beach and then go into Memorial Park in Tauranga, and I was enjoying myself eating my chicken. As my time, I turned year 3 in my primary school as the year turned 2018. You know that timeline? I used to do fun things, like in my first time on my lifetime in 2018, I first watched Toys and Colors and other features that were made in 2018. I also did lyrics along with the Team Magma people. And now we're gonna have fun all over times. As I have fun, we have completely made a lot of times back in the day. We are gonna have fun by playing Raymond Oranges and then have fun riding electric scooters around Christchurch. As the photo of me in December 1st, 2018, there's a lot of scooters. What am I gonna say this? But in time, I have a lot of fun, and then sometimes we had a non-uniform day at school at the end of the semester, which is the end of the term. By the time I was going on holiday trips to Hamner Springs, and then I went to West Coast, and then we just want to have fun around the city central, and then as my dad got a new car, we had a lot of fun adventures. As soon as I have fun, we had more funs around the years. And then we also have play together, being chased by anybody at school, and then there's other things that were happening in the years. That's all I have to say for 2018. 2019 began the year as I first started playing Roblox, as the story of Michael124 A Little Wild. Go check out the video if you haven't seen it yet. As my lifetime, I first played Roblox games including Mad Dream Survival and Work at the Pizza Place. But sometimes, I always get mad when I hear something bad on Roblox games. And then, I went on the trip to Auckland again, and then we also had fun. Even though that, we went to the aquarium area in the Auckland area where it goes. You find this one on Apple Maps or Google Maps. Which one do you prefer? By the time I want to go have fun, we went to Waiheke Island right after we played mini golf. And then we also have fun in Waiheke Island, and then we ride in my dad's new car since January 2019 as my holiday trip. Soon then, we went down there, and then we go on to the 2-hour-long road trip. And then I asked my father, "Are we going to sleep yet? It's getting late." And then I always like, "Are we there yet?" This is what I said back in 2019. Because we drove around 9 p.m. and arrived at 11 p.m. That would be very late because I want to go to bed right after we arrive in the holiday trip. And then I had also have fun playing songs on YouTube Music on Bluetooth by requesting songs on my dad's phone. And then I wanna have fun in Tauranga, and then by my 8th birthday, I went to the Mount Maunganui hot pools and then watched the sunset as we go there. We went to the mall area in the North Island and bought a toy for myself is in my 8th birthday. I need to find this one on Google Maps. But soon then, I have placed it everywhere. I have been there a lot of fun of times. I enjoyed more Roblox games, including epic mini games, roll bowling, and then I have other players who who wants to play Roblox with me. And then I enjoyed playing Tower Brick. And then I wanna have fun. And then I just had a lot of fun adventures, and then I also have fun around the city and then around the house. I became a professional golf player back in 2019, and I enjoyed playing golf in the house and drinking hot chocolate. As soon as that, we could possibly go, and then I enjoyed that because one thing we already know everything about my lifetime is, watching the sunset, me in the car on top of the hills, and me watching the view. But soon then, it would be very, very perfect timing for this. One thing I want to be sure is I want to enjoy myself in our new home in August 2019 before we moved in. Back in December of 2019, we moved in to the new house, including my dad's house that I filmed it in my studio, and then my mom's house moved into my previous house where I began filming YouTube videos in 2021. But we'll talk about that later once I finish talking about 2019 and 2020. I like eating Burger King for a lot of times, and then by July, we went to Auckland again on the 12th of July 2019. And then because we went there to visit the person and our friends who was in Auckland. And then we did go to the Sky Tower. And then we go to Waiheke Island because Waiheke Island is my favorite island in Auckland. And then we had a lot of fun and then eating Burger King and then hearing new songs from 2019. And then I got a lot of trouble sometimes at school. When I watched videos about Inside Out, there was an ad showing up Lego Movie 2 because I want to watch Minecraft Movie 2. Actually, there's already a Minecraft movie came out in April 2025. But Minecraft movie causes chaos, which goes Jack Black saying the chicken jockey and then throwing popcorns everywhere. We're not talking about this one because that one's never made in 2019. It was made 6 years before that. Let's keep on talking about it. Now, I want to have extra fun and then keep on seeing music videos. And then, a lot of times, we have fun. By the end of school, I did the challenge by doing the water bottle flip. And then I did so well at this. 2020 began as a new decade as I got upset one day as the year turned 2020. 2020 began as a year during the COVID-19 pandemic. We had a lockdown on March 25th till May 2020 because all buildings were closed, including schools, restaurants, and then post shops. And then we stayed home, and then we cannot go outside because we will get sick during the coronavirus. We have to wash our hands during the coronavirus, and we have to wear masks during alert level lockdowns. As we say that we need to get a 2-meter distance from people because you will get others sick from the coronavirus. Due to that, we have to know everything about this year. And now we have to figure out that I enjoyed playing Roblox all day during lockdown. And then I watched movies and then playing Xbox. And I was having fun watching TV channels, including the show The Chase. And then I was a Talking Tom and Friends fanboy in 2020 as I returned watching Talking Tom and Friends videos back in 2020 after a long time ago since I stopped watching it because the voice can be turned off again by the microphone. And now we have a lot of times together along during the lockdown. And now someday we have to scan the QR codes by using our cell phones. And then I like Talking Tom even more. And then we had a lot of fun from the 2020. And then I want to play Xbox along with this. As soon as I get it, I also enjoyed having fun and then going into the Taronga trip like it happened back in 2019, and then 2020 would be very good. And now, as we know everything about it, we may have a lot of fun and then heard new releases into 2020, and then TikTok became popular in 2020. And now we had a lot of fun, and now we went to the trip and into the Auckland, and then we went on the ferry trip in the December of 2020. And also we had a lot of fun, and then I filmed videos on my iPhone 5 and then filmed it and returned back to Christchurch Gondola. And then I went to the Transalpine trip to the west coast. And then we had a lot of fun, and then we viewed the new hydro slide that happened in Handler Springs. We had a lot of time adventures back in 2020. We went to an awesome very North Island trip on December 2020 till January 2021. It's a very, very awesome trip to Wellington, Rotorua, Tauranga, Auckland, and everything else. We had fun adventures around the time. As soon as I get it, we have fun time by using this by, you know why. I went to the Te Papa Museum in Wellington, and then the house that looks like a hotel, and then we went to the Tauranga, to the Strand, and then we see a railway crossing coming up, and then we played along with the playground area. And then once we get there, we have to wait for the train, but we never came there. And then by New Year's Eve 2021, we have to watch the train again and then see fireworks as a new year to come in 2021. And then I went to the beach in Mount Maunganui, and then we went into the Memorial Park area, and then once the time we went into the Mount Maunganui hot pools that we loved visiting, and then we go to Auckland as a 2-hour long trip, like I was talking about that before. And now, once we go to the trip in Auckland, I used to shoot videos along with my old phone, and then we have to watch it, and then we went up to the Sky Tower, and then that room looks like a hotel once again. And then we had extra fun here in Auckland. Well, this is very interesting that I went along for the trip, and then we always went to the beach, and then soon then I was shooting hilarious videos on my iPod Touch, and then once that, we always had some fun around the city center in Auckland. Also, we went into the Orbit 360 dining for the very first time in Auckland. And then I did not do that again because we only go there for restaurants. And then we have to watch the man doing the juggling things. And then it was very cool to hear this. And then we hop back into the airplane back again on January 18th, 2021. And then we are having fun by listening to lots of Bravo hits when we traveled. And now this is lots of fun. And then when I hear this, it was very interesting that I always heard that Dad's making weird noises when we go up in the elevator on the Sky Tower. And then we also have some extra fun here. And then my journey was all the time before's. Now let's talk about music. One of the artists I enjoyed listening to all my lifetime was Ed Sheeran, Imagine Dragons, Katy Perry, Clean Bandit, John Bellion, George Asara, Marshmello, Annie Marie, XXXTentacion, Juice WRLD, Drax Project, Ava Max, Jonas Brothers, Billie Eilish, Maroon 5, Lil Nas X, Shawn Mendes, Sia, Dua Lipa, Tones and I, Paufu, Jason Derulo, and Cardi B. This is one of the artists I have been enjoying listening in my lifetime. In 2018, there were popular songs like Shotgun, Happier, Friends, Moonlight, Crab Rave, Drax Project, Woke Up Late, Sweet Psycho, Armed and Dangerous, Young Blood, Dark Side, and Girls Like You. In 2019, they have Sucker, Bad Guy, Glitter, Super Lonely, Hotel Roan, Senorita, Say So, I Don't Care, Blinding Lights, and Dance Monkey. In 2020, they have popular songs like Kings and Queens, Kiss, You're So Freaking Cool, Break My Heart, Together, Don't Start Now, Deathbed, Moon, Take You Dancing, Levitating, WAP, Who's Laughing Now, Savage Love, and The Box. This is one of the greatest artists I've been listening to. During the trip, I enjoyed listening to Bravo hits like Bravo Hits 92, Bravo Hits 97, Bravo Hits 98, and Bravo Hits 111, Bravo Hits 110. This is one of the greatest things. I enjoy that all my life. And this is what I have been hearing all of the times in all my life. And this is one of the musics I've been hearing a lot of my times, and I enjoyed listening to these songs all my life. Now let's talk about movies. All movies from 2018 were Avengers Infinity War, The Incredibles 2, The Grinch, Smallfoot, Teen Titans Go to the Movies, Hotel Transylvania 3, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, and Peter Rabbit. These are the very best films that I ever heard in my life. In 2019, they had popular movies like Lego Movie 2, Detective Pikachu, Avengers Endgame, Secret Life of Pets 2, Ugly Dolls, the Playmobil Movie, Frozen 2, Spies in Disguise. And then in 2020, they had the Sonic Hedgehog Movie, The Crew, The New Age, Trolls World Tour, Scoop, Onward, SpongeBob Movie, Sponge on the Run, and Soul. These were the best movies that all times that I ever watched. Now let's talk about video games. Popular video games they have in 2018 was Red Dead Redemption 2, Marvel Spider-Man, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Forza Horizon 4, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Among Us, God of War, FIFA 19, Mario's Tennis Axis, and Just Dance 2019. Very, very good games. In 2019, they have popular video games like Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Yoshi's Crafted World, Super Mario Maker 2, Luigi's Mansion 3, and Pokemon Shield and Sword. These are our games, also including Metroid 4 Prime. And these are very, very best games that I ever watched and then played in my life. And these games were very, very interesting that I ever heard. There's also other games like Mortal Kombat 11, Devil May Cry 5, The Outer Worlds, Death Stranding, and Apex Legends. It's a very, very best games I ever worked. In 2020, they have popular video games like Animal Crossing's New Horizons, Paper Mario The Origami King, RBI Baseball 20, Cooking with Mama Cookstar. They also add Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, FIFA 21, Tennis World Tour 2. They also add in Streets of Rage 4, and they also add in Empire of Skin. And this is the very, very best games that you ever played in our life. Even though they even have more popular games, including that, it's so much fun. And finally, let's finish off with devices. In 2018, they have devices like iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone XR, Apple Watch Series 4, iPad 6th generation, Apple HomePod, 2nd generation Apple Pencil, and the new iPad Pro with the swipe up screen, and they have Galaxy S9 and Galaxy Home. These are the devices that were invented back in 2018. In 2019, they have the devices that were invented back in 2019 were the AirPods 2, iPad Air 3rd generation, iPad Mini 5th generation, MacBook Pro 16-inch, the Apple Card, Apple Watch Series 5, iPhone 11, AirPods Pro, iPad 7, Mac Pro. These are the devices that were made with Apple products, and then they have the devices like Galaxy Buds and the Samsung Galaxy S10. These are the devices that were invented back in 2019. Also, Apple introduced the Mac Pro, which is a bigger one. And these are the devices from 2019. In 2020, devices were introduced like the Magic Keyboard for the iPad, the M1 chip for MacBooks, iPhone SE 2nd generation, Apple Watch Series 6, and Apple Watch SE, iPhone 12, iPhone 12 mini, the MagSafe charger, HomePod mini, MacBook Air and MacBook Pro M1 chip, and AirPods Max. And then they have devices like the Samsung Galaxy S20, Samsung Galaxy 20 Ultra. And these devices were all made in the year 2020. This is all of the devices. And that's all of my lifetime of the years 2018, 2019, and 2020. Thank you for listening to my review. And so with that, thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!